Here we've got our bad to the bone 1974 Ford that I like to call low patrol, because it's been chopped down and modified quite a bit from its original look, which was believe it or not, a stock 1974 Ford W9000 that was owned by the Tennessee Highway Patrol, purchased brand new in 1973. They use it as a mobile command unit for virtually its entire life until I think about the mid-90s. They put it up for auction in Tennessee. Another guy bought it, used it for about 10,000 miles, put it in truck paper, and I bought it in 2003. Changed it into this just because I wanted to do something different, and we did something a lot different. But we're paying homage to what the truck originally was. We're calling it low patrol. It was highway patrol. We even have some Tennessee troopers coming to see it tomorrow. It's got all kinds of original cool things. The driveline, 53,000 miles, still the same. Rayco suspension. Original Dayton wheels that have been chromed out in California at Creative Wheel by George. These seem to be the jewelry of this truck, and all of the old school drivers, even the new school guys that don't know what they are, they go to them like bees on honey, I guess. That's the G-rated version. But took a lot to get them done. About 3 months in California, gave the guys fits, because they're all pitted here, but to get them nice, you got to make sure that they're done at every level without any nooks and crannies, otherwise the chrome will fly away from it. But even the trim rings are done. All original to the truck. Did as much as we could original, but then a lot of it is original American hot rod. Did a House of Color metallic. We call it, I think it's blackberry metallic. And then did matte black flames over the metallic. So a little something different. And then if you look at it in certain lights, it looks black. And then you walk up, provided the sun is out, and it sort of lights up with the metallic. Here's something really cool about this truck. The Ford W Series was made from 66 until 77. And this cab wasn't changed at all. A very boxy cab. Of course, it didn't have these really cool louvers, and it didn't have twin stacks unless it was a Detroit, and this one wasn't. It's a Cummins. So what we did is, let's go with staying keeping with the cab, and let's make square stacks. Now, the guy back at Brad's shop, his name is Frank. When I told him that, he looked at me sideways and thought, "How square stacks? How are we going to do that?" Well, I said, "Well, we're going to do it because no one else does it. So let's make square stacks." And we sure enough have a dual set of square stacks to go with the square box W Series. But it's also to keep it nice and streamlined and neat and clean, and that was really the look we wanted. We didn't want to go over the top with, chrome 8-inch and 10-inch and 12s. We did something a little bit different. Originally, this truck said Ford 9000 on the door, and it was moved from where this was. This is where the original keyhole was, but I needed somewhere to touch and close this door, so I come up with these clever little Ford tributes. The interior this is my 401k. So when I'm living in Winnebago in the back of a truck stop years from now, you guys will know what happens. We modified the dog box in this truck from scratch, all metal. Tried to reconfigure it, integrated in some modern electronics like that Cobra 8500 Pro HD nav unit, twin Cobra CBs, 29LX Bluetooths. Every square inch of it was gone over. We tried to make this thing really stand out when you open the door away from the black truck, so it sort of exploded out. If you can see the back wall, it's got the all these letters, but they're actually, it's called a Western motif from Ford, and every Ford W Series had that, I think from 1969 on. So we kept that, tried to do as much as we could without overdoing it. We wanted to make it sort of understated. There's even an air ride seat on the other side of this, and no Ford W Series truck ever had twin air ride seats. They had a big box where the air tanks were, but we cut all that out of there, moved it. Twin air rides with Nodler seats. We cut one of them in half, which is the passenger side, to get to fit. Everything about the truck really gave us fits. We lowered this 6 inches, cut the roof down 13 inches,
cool. Added
these awesome Ford block letters, which were part of these Ford trucks. Let me rephrase that. From 1966 until 69 is the only years that had the big giant Ford letters. Then they switched them and put them in this radiator fill, and then eventually they were in the grill. But I found those in Mexico in an episode we did on this long lost show called American Trucker, and then I got those and said I want to make sure that we get them on. So what we did was took away all these, there were vents here for the voltage regulators, grab handles for the windshield, washers, We streamlined all that and able to accommodate those big block forward letters that I got in Mexico. And I'm pretty proud of them. It's a little hot rod touch that we did there.